Hey folks, welcome to Market Intraday Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com, your leaders in pure technical analysis, avoiding all that Wall Street hype. Today, Thursday, May 28th, 2009. Well, we're seeing the market a very extremely volatile session today, folks, and you can see by your charts right now what's going on. You basically had a gap up in the markets, and then from that gap up, notice the level we gapped up into. There was multiple moving average resistance right up here. You had the 50 moving average, the 20 moving average, and a trend line that has been in our charts for days and days now, right through this middle portion. We gapped up right into that level, right into that 90-50 level, 90-40 level, and the market tried a couple candles to push above it and break out, ultimately failed, and we saw a major collapse in the market, really culminating on the 10 o'clock news of home sales. And the home sales data, which was so shocking, was yes, the current home sales data was slightly weaker than expected, but it's the revisions that are killing the market here. People are now seeing these revisions, and it happened with durable goods this morning again. The durable goods number was decent, but they revised last month down huge, literally from a small loss last month to a large loss last month, and it's making people really question whether or not the government data that's being reported, this government data, whether it's home sales, whether it's jobless claims, whether it's durable goods, whether it's this or that, really questioning even if there's any validity to it, because if you report a number and then the next month you revise it down by 100%, well, what does that really mean? Ultimately, it's just taking it all away. And for instance, this month the durable goods orders were up nicely, over 1%, but does that mean by next month they're revising this month down to, 0 or negative slightly or something in that realm? So that's exactly what happened here. You started to see a sell-off and then culminating on those home sales, and existing home sales make that, and you saw a major drop all the way down to major support here at $89.40 on the spiders. And you can see right here what happened. Multiple tails right underneath, and by the way, I'll just go back and show you exactly where this line comes from here, but very, very clear in this chart. If you scan back, look at this gap right here. See, so this is that same blue line I'm using there. Very, very important to this market. I can go back weeks and weeks and show you how important this line is, but nonetheless, I don't want to waste too much time. But in any case, this line, very, very important. See the tails? When you see tails like this, multiple tails, it tells you there's sellers trying to push the market down, but buyers are pushing it back up. And ultimately, generally, when this happens, the sellers will kind of fade out into the background as the buyers will win, and you can see that's exactly what happened. Then you saw a monster move up in this market. This market just took off on the back of financials. Goldman Sachs, J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley. The financials all of a sudden started to scream higher, and at the same time the dollar started to collapse. So the dollar came all the way back in as the market really raced higher. The financials led the rally, and anything that was dollar related, whether it's gold, whether it's oil, started to move higher, and the market just got a monstrous move up here, guys, all the way to a double top. Look at that beautiful double top. Then all of a sudden what happens right here around midday, 12 o'clock, the market tops out and starts to sell hard again. So you can see the volatility of today's session, just a wild trading day as the market starts to get nervous about the 7-year auction that was just going to go on and just finished up here as of 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And the market sold off into that, coming down here. Notice how this lower level equals the lows right over here from yesterday's pivot low point into the close. So that's telling you right there it's matching up basically with gap fill or the even portion of the day on the markets. And at that point, we got the auction out, and it's out of the way of the markets. It didn't come out horribly good or horribly bad. It was kind of just so-so. But the market was very fearful of this. The 7-year was very, very worried. The markets were very worried about the 7-year, and you can see the result. As soon as it's out of the way, it's done. We can forget about it. The markets can look back at the dollar. The weakness in the dollar is driving up oil. Financials are ripping higher today. Goldman Sachs up almost $4. J.P. Morgan up $1.50. Wells Fargo, Bank of America, all positive. All right, all that combined is sending the markets up in a dramatic fashion again. So the whipsaw continues. I mean, look at this gyration today. This is a really wacky market with all these little things playing a key role in this market. So again, a nice move up here after we just got the 7-year auction out of the way, and it obviously not coming in as horribly as feared. And remember, fear and greed are the two things that rule the markets. As you can see, a monstrous move here back up. Financials really leading the charge. Goldman now up over that level and continuing to move up beautifully. So we'll continue to watch that, guys, but this level on the market is very, very key. You're going to come up to some resistance very shortly. So we're going to watch this and see where we come up to. But notice here, as the market starts to rise, and it is pushing up, just spiking up as we speak, into resistance, triple top now. All right, triple top coming into play. Absolutely nice little area right in this area on the spiders. You're going to have some resistance here. This is the 50 moving average sloping down. All right, so you have the 50 moving average coming back in here. You have the 20 right here and the 200 moving average. And all of a sudden, the market's trying to break to a new high of the day. This is all on the back of the 7-year, guys. This is everything. The market, all it's caring about right now is little blips of economic news, and obviously the dollar, what the dollar is doing, and what the bonds and the yields are doing as well. The worry is more so for the longer term things. That's really what the ultimate worry is. And you can see here the UUP. I'll put up the UUP chart, guys. But look at this. All right, dollar moves up early, markets tank, right? Dollar moves down, markets rally. Dollar moves up, markets tank. Dollar moves down right now, markets are rallying. Look at how much the dollar is playing into a key role. And I'm showing you the UUP chart, which is the dollar index. But this is the exact opposite of the chart of the day, of the SPY or the markets today. That's how unbelievable this dollar is, how much it's impacting the market. That's all it is, guys. I mean, you have Dell earnings after the bell today, but to be honest, it may have a little impact, but nothing compared to what the dollar and the yields and the bonds are doing right now. It's all it is. You can see the dollar tanking. What is the market doing? And just notice this again. Dollar rallies early. I just showed you the chart. Market got crushed, and then the dollar tanked, and the market rallied all the way back to the highs. And the same thing going back and forth here as the market now, the dollar's selling, the spiders are getting a beautiful bid. Look at this bid on the market. Triple top coming in. Remember, the more times this line gets hit, the weaker it becomes. So you actually may break above it, and it looks like we're starting to now. We'll have to see. Right now, this can still be considered resistance until we close above it and confirm it, but right now, this is just a monstrous move in the markets. You can just see the validity and how much these power moves are going back and forth. And the upside move was just as powerful as the downside this morning here. This downside move was okay, but this upside now move is a very, very powerful move, guys. And they're just flushing this market right back up. It's a no-holes-barred run down here, possibly short squeeze starting to ensue here. Well, watch where this market ends, but again, I'm watching to see, do we close above the 90.50, 90.60 level right here, which was the previous highs. Right now, it looks like we are, and we're actually galloping even higher, folks. The futures are now, and the spiders are now pushing up even more so as we go into these charts. It's just an amazing move. As you can see, look at this pop coming in. Unbelievable move here on the markets as they've just rebounded. You now have the Dow soaring higher and just continuing to really rip higher in this market. It's truly unbelievable what we're seeing here. And look at this market just race higher. Now the SPY up $1.20. The Dow is now higher by almost 60 points. The NASDAQ up 11, and the spiders are up 11 points as well. NASDAQ is lagging a little bit today, but it led yesterday. Barely, didn't really get hit too much yesterday as Apple has really been strong of late. Okay, folks, just to reiterate again, the next level you're going to watch for here in the markets is this down here. All right, this is going to come into some resistance right here. I'm just giving you the next levels to watch. Otherwise, you need to join the chat room or the research center at night to really get all the key levels. But this one right here, see how we pulled back into it and before we made a move up? This is telling me right around 91, 90 to 91 on the spiders is going to be good resistance. You're almost there now on this push up. Really tremendous push up on decent volume. I mean, you've had a lot of blips of volume because of all the news that's been leaking out. You had oil inventories today, natural gas inventories. You had the durable goods, the jobless claims, housing sales, existing home sales. You had the bond selling, the selling and the yields, and the 7 years right now going off just a little while ago. And look at this market push, guys. Looks like 91 is on tap here in this market. But truly an amazing market, being really whipsawed here back and forth. But right now, this is a huge move up. Just again, 2 candles. Look at the size of this move right now. Coming into that 91 resistance line, guys. Should be good resistance coming into play here very, very shortly. Alright, other than that, folks, just want to remind everyone, joining the Research Center can be one of the best ways to increase your profits or get profits in this market, as it's amazing guidance and technical analysis and teaching our tools that we do throughout that, and multiple services included all in that Research Center. Chat room's always good, and of course, guys, webinar coming up in early June. Definitely I suggest joining that. The tools we will teach you that no one else knows will blow you away. Join up. Hope to see you soon. Take care, folks.